need to hear this if you're a history buff. The story of how a single event can change the course of history is both fascinating and sobering. It's a reminder of how interconnected our world is and how the actions of one person can ripple through time, affecting millions. One bullet, one life, and a cascade of events no one saw coming. This is the story of the assassination that sparked World War I, a conflict that would reshape the world in ways no one could have predicted. It was June 28, 1914. A date that would become etched in the annals of history. On this day, a seemingly isolated act of violence set off a chain reaction that would engulf the entire globe in war. The streets of Sarajevo were bustling. People went about their daily lives, unaware that they were on the brink of a monumental shift. The city was a melting pot of cultures and tensions, a microcosm of the larger political landscape of Europe. But in the blink of an eye, the world would be forever altered. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was not just a tragic loss of life. It was the spark that ignited a powder keg of political alliances and rivalries. Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated, and with him, the fragile peace of Europe. His death was a catalyst, setting off a series of events that would lead to one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. Gavrilo Princip, a young nationalist, pulled the trigger. His motivations were complex, rooted in a desire for political change and nationalistic fervor. But the consequences of his actions were far beyond what he could have imagined, and that shot set off a chain reaction. The assassination triggered a web of alliances and treaties, pulling nation after nation into the fray. What started as a local conflict quickly escalated into a full-scale war. The assassination led to a web of alliances being triggered, pulling nation after nation into the fray. Countries that had pledged to support each other were now bound by their agreements, leading to a domino effect of war declarations. Within weeks, what started as a local conflict spiraled into a global catastrophe. The world was plunged into a war that would last 4 long years, with battles fought on multiple fronts and millions of lives lost. World War I erupted, lasting 4 long years and costing millions of lives. The war was characterized by trench warfare, a brutal and grueling form of combat that left soldiers in a constant state of fear and exhaustion. But the impact didn't stop there. The war reshaped the political landscape of Europe, leading to the collapse of empires and the redrawing of borders. The consequences of the war were far-reaching, affecting not just the soldiers who fought, but entire nations and generations to come. The war reshaped borders, toppled empires, and planted the seeds for future conflicts. The Treaty of Versailles, which officially ended the war, imposed harsh penalties on Germany, creating a sense of resentment and economic hardship that would later contribute to the rise of Adolf Hitler and the outbreak of World War II. The Treaty of Versailles, harsh and punitive, sowed the discontent that would lead to World War II. The treaty's terms were seen as overly harsh and humiliating, leading to widespread anger and a desire for revenge in Germany, all from one moment in Sarajevo. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand was a pivotal moment in history, a reminder of how a single event can have far-reaching consequences. One bullet, one death, one world changed forever. The story of the assassination that sparked World War I is a powerful reminder of the fragility of peace and the interconnectedness of our world. This is the gravity of history. The events of June 28, 1914 serve as a stark reminder of how quickly the world can change and how the actions of one person can have a profound impact on the course of history. This is the story of the shot heard round the world, a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of understanding our past to navigate our future.